So Gasol's still out, guys. No AD. The Lakers have struggled without the two big men. They're 7-7 without AD. How do you make up, Rob? How do you make up for it on the defensive end without these two?
You know, you can't make up for AD because AD brings a different game when it comes to playing defense. He's a shot blocker. He's a rim protector. And we don't ever talk about this, but he can guard guards out on the wing and follow them to the paint and still end up blocking the shot.
Really.
Yeah. So, but I think you make it with a lot of team defenses. That's what they have to have. They have to have a defensive effort from everyone. Everybody has to be locked in because they can do it. You know, Gasol is that guy who can clog up the paint, but he's not a shot blocker. But, you know, I always go to my boy Trez. Trez blocks a lot of shots. We don't talk about that.
Takes
a lot of charges. So defensively, you got that aspect of it, but I think they'll be fine.
The activity, I think that Robert just mentioned, that's really where they have to be different than when you have AD and Gasol in the paint protecting the rim with their size. A lot of people underestimate the fact that rebounding is how you finish great defensive possessions. So when you take AD and mark out, that hurts your rebounding in some ways. But they've had games where they've shown the ability to be aggressive, trapping the post, trapping screen roll, getting into rotation, forcing teams to make hang time passes. They can get out, shoot the passing lanes, and get into transition.
So, Fish, Damian Jones did get that second 10-day contract as we all thought he would. He got the start against the Kings, only played 15 minutes. What do you want to see out of him tonight?
Just continue to stay within yourself. That's how you got the second 10 days. Don't come in and try to show out and prove to everybody that you belong. I think this young man has proven that he is a talent that is capable of playing in the NBA on a consistent basis. He's been on 3 different teams, and he's had good stretches. Warriors, Suns, now Lakers. So continue to do the things that got you into this position. Finish possessions when your teammates put you in good spots offensively. Protect the basket, play with activity on the defensive end, and continue to stay within yourself.
It's not about getting buckets, is it, Rob?
No, it's not about getting buckets. It's about relaxing. Because I think when guys, I remember playing with guys who are on 10 days, they start stressing out like, oh, I gotta get that contract. And then that interferes with how they play on the court because they're not thinking about the game, they're thinking about the contract. And so I think with him, he's been on a couple of teams, so he has that pedigree where he says, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and play basketball. You know, this is a game that I love doing, I love playing it. Enjoy the moment and just play. You play with one of the best players that ever played this game, so there's definitely no pressure on you because you're playing with LeBron James. And I think if you look at this team as a whole, they really enjoy and they embrace everybody on the team. And from watching, they're embracing him. He looks like he's been on this team for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, you both got great points there. All right, let's get you to Lakers reporter Mike Trudell, who joins us live from Staples Center. Lakers' first game after the All-Star break. Haven't played since March 3rd. Much needed rest for the champs. Mike, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm great. First of all, it's a nice mix in the studio there. You guys were wondering if Big Game James is watching. Well, it depends. Can he get Wi-Fi on the golf course in order to have the game? Because it's still light out.
Yeah,
right? Like,
he's on hole 15 right now.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, somebody's got to deliver the phone, though, because I'm sure he wants to check out the game. But we miss him. But again, anytime you can fill in with these two in the studio, Gator, you're doing just fine. Now, how can the Lakers replace 2 of their key players in the starting lineup? That's where we started with Frank Vogel, just figuring out how they're going to deal without Gasol, without AD in that front court.
We have 2 big guys that can man the middle, you know, in DJ and obviously Trez, you know, playing bigger minutes off the bench. We'll start with DJ again and then keep Trez in his role. You know, and then, you know, Keith has been starting, doing a good job with us at the 4 position, and we play with a smaller second unit. You know, it's kind of the formula that I foresee going forward until those guys are back.
Frank, just wanted to know your takeaways from practice yesterday, how you felt like guys looked, whether it was physically, and then how you just thought guys felt mentally coming off of the break.
I feel like mentally we had a really positive vibe to our team. You know, great energy with our group. Everybody was locked in, enthused, you know, focused on you know, playing the right way. We got up and down in practice as much as we could to try to get their legs under them a little bit. You know, it's a little unsettling to only have 1 practice to, you know, after a 9-10 day rest, you know, to get guys, you know, back playing games. But you know, this is a situation we're in. It's out of our control, so we'll make the best of it.
And then just to get back to the big man rotation, Indy's a bigger team, right, with Sabonis and Turner at the 4-5. Just wondered what challenges you thought that their lineup presented you.
Yeah, well, obviously, their size gives them presence defensively at the rim. Miles is obviously the league leader in shot blocking. So we have to be smart in how we attack him there. And, we have to make sure we're hitting people on the glass and make sure they don't hurt us, with rebounding.
Has Anthony been reevaluated by team doctors? And if so, is there any update on when he could return? And also, is there anything you can provide us update-wise on Kostas and Mark?
Anthony has not been evaluated yet. That's going to take place in a few minutes here. We'll have an update for you after the game. And, no update on Mark and Kostas other than they're both in the health and safety protocols.
All right, Geeter. Well, look, without Big Game James, at least we know that we have 2 of the 10 guys in the world with at least 5 championship rings. So just try to be okay there with the 12 surrounding you, Geeter. It might be a little bit overwhelming.
12, Mike.
Yeah.
Pretty special.
That.
Yeah, the 3 of us worked very hard to get those 12. My man.
For sure.
Mike Trudell. All right, and by the way, I said Big Game has 15 holes. He's on the 15th hole. You really know that's 33 holes in, right? Because he already played 18.
Oh, you know
He's playing 36 today. All right, one person who the Lakers are going to have to count on heavily, King James, and he is more than up to the task. He's the oldest player in league history to lead his team in total points, rebounds, and assists at the All-Star break. Braun did it at age 33, and so did Elgin Baylor. Wilt did it at age 31. If you thought being an MVP candidate at age 36 was impressive, LeBron let it be known he hasn't even gone full throttle yet.
Obviously, this year has been totally different. It's been like no other year that we've seen before. Well, obviously with the shortened off season and things of that nature. So, but that first half of the season, I wanted to just try to get my legs back up underneath me, get my wind going, get my rhythm going. And now that I have that, now I know I can just, give it a little bit more, push it a little bit more. You start, I kind of use the first half of the season as being in like gear 1, 2, and 3. And then, in the second half being in more like 4, 5, 6. And then when the playoffs started, you went 7, and that's kind of the way I've always kind of, judged it over the last few years of my career, on just ramping up more and more and more as the months go on and as the games go on, going into the playoffs.
There it is. Time now for Fish's Focus, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Good times!
LeBron, not only LeBron not hitting his threes at a high clip right now, Fish, so instead he's gone into the paint. He's been very effective.
Yeah, LeBron understands the chess moves that need to be made in order to win. I think as the fatigue set in this season for many players, not just LeBron, the Lakers' three-point percentage has dipped. LeBron specifically not shooting the 3 as well, but he's made the adjustment in his game, not settling for perimeter shots as much, finding ways to get to the rim. Planting on this left foot here, draws the defender up just a little bit, and with this spacing, three-point shooters out, LeBron is able to make the reverse cut. Marc Gasol with a nice touch pass over the top. This is what I really love, the Lakers creating defense, offense from their defense. KCP with the reach in. Nice little left-hand lob there to LBJ. And then here, Warriors showing a lot of bodies to Marquis. This defender doesn't slide over to the nail, stays too close to Alex Caruso. LeBron able to cut down the lane, get a layup. I don't know how the best player on the team ends up that wide open for a layup. And then here, operating in mid pick and roll with Trez. Trez does such a good job of delaying his cut, forces the Suns to switch, uses the footwork and the pivot, takes his time, gets the shot that he wants. And that's the beauty of LeBron at this point in his career. Why at 36 he can still be so efficient is that a lot of times when guys get older, not as explosive, so they start to settle for perimeter shots. LeBron still has the ability to get to the rim and punish the opponent.
Yeah, great breakdown right there. Now I want to go inside access for you, Rob. LeBron James leading the league and getting buckets inside the restricted area, February and March. Check this out. You look at LeBron, he's up there with Gobert, DeAndre Ayton, Andrew Wiggins, Mason Plumlee. Rob, That's what's really impressive about him. And I know you've mentioned this, and so has Fish. He can just do it so many ways, right? And that's what Fish said. He understands the chess game you got to play.
Oh, it boils down to the mental game. You know, a lot of guys want to go out there and play the physical game, but you have to play the mental game too. And with LeBron, his mental is so strong. Well, he knows that everybody thinks LeBron is going to be this guy that's going to be so explosive, but he's only explosive when he needs to be. When he gets to the paint, that's how he gets everybody. He hardly ever just jumps, you know, to try to dunk on you. You see him dunking there, but a lot of times guys are jumping at him. He's just fading away, using his smarts to get to the whole pump fake. See, look at that. It's just being smart. It's so many guys in this league, they think you have to be athletic to when you get in the paint, jump over people, dunk on people. No, you have to be smarter than the next person where you can get that shot off and then go to the free throw line because I just got you up in the air and now I got an and one.
All right, guys, good work right there. We do have a picture of Big Game James that just came in. Still on the back nine. Look, he's got the vest on, Fish. I don't see the cigar. You know, it's down on the grass right there because he just finished a shot.
Yeah.
Pick it up. He looks happy, though, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. All right, keep it here.
Is he going to come back?
No. No. Good chance he doesn't. Keep it here. Lakers and Pacers, how cool is it to play with your brother in the NBA? No, that's not it. I got a Schroeder one first. Sorry. There's Dennis Schroeder. He looks great. 28 points, 9 assists.
Playing great this year.
Playing great. Keep it here.